Hello and welcome to A View from the Cab. An article came through on my newsfeed, and I did actually have to check the date on it, that it's not April the 1st, and it's not. Apparently the article was written on April the 5th, so way past April Fool's Day, and then it was updated again on the 6th of April. So it's not an April Fool's thing. So where do we begin? Right, I'll go through the article a piece at a time. A council has been branded totally bonkers after it said it would stop planting daffodils for health and safety reasons in case children eat them. Unbelievable. Kids are going to eat daffodils. St Blaise Town Council in Cornwall has also denied cutting more than 1,000 of the flowers down after residents planted them in a park. The local authority has said it would not plant new daffodil bulbs in future in light of a recent health and safety training course. The daffodils were recently discovered cut down or pulled up, which the council denied it had done. Barry West, chairman of Roseline Residents Group Committee in the town of St Blaise, said the decision not to plant daffodils in the future was bonkers and the most preposterous thing he had heard in his 60 years. Daffodils can be toxic to humans and can cause severe vomiting and diarrhea. Well, yeah, I mean, so how ridiculous, if you drink seawater, that'll make you very ill. If you drink enough of it, it'll kill you. So what we're going to do, get rid of seawater. Let's have a look. Car tyres can be toxic if you eat them and will make you very unwell. What we're going to do, get rid of car tyres. What else? Tarmac. If you eat tarmac, that'll make you very unwell, I would imagine. Let's get rid of that too. House bricks. Glass in your windows. Everything can make you unwell. I mean, how stupid are their kids down there that they think this is a problem? As Cornwall basked in glorious spring sunshine, visitors said the park, known locally as Old Roseline Play Park, looked beautiful in yellow and white as the daffs bloomed and nicknamed it Daffodil Walk. Sounds really nice. It does sound really nice. Mr. West said, are they going to put signs up saying don't eat the daffodils next? This is totally bonkers. There have always been daffs in the park. Well, of course there's daffodils in the park. People like to see flowers, whether they'll admit it or they don't. People like to see flowers. People like to see, when spring is coming, when the daffs come up and look at that, ain't that nice? You don't think, there's the daffodils. A bit peckish as it goes. I don't think anyone has ever thought, that daff looks rather tasty. I could totally eat that. So anyway, the article goes on. It used to be an old orchard and there must have been about 1,000 flowers. Most of them have now been cut down. Well, that's dreadful. And to say that it's because they're toxic to children if they eat them is crazy. I couldn't agree more. That is the most bonkers thing I've ever heard. Mr. West added, it is uplifting and good for the mental health and well-being of the community, the elderly, the infirm, families, carers and children who enjoy a splash of colour and fragrance. I couldn't agree more. That is the most normal, grounded, well-balanced thing I think I've ever heard somebody say. Of course it's uplifting. People like flowers. It doesn't matter who you are really, does it? Let's be fair. Everybody likes to see flowers and trees and things. Deep down. All over Cornwall this year has been ablaze with the golden yellow from daffodils that brings warmth and a smile to all that see. Absolutely. While it is true that daffodils can be toxic if ingested, Mr. West said he's never heard of children eating them. Well, of course not, because children, although they're young and a bit dopey sometimes, they're not going to eat flowers, are they? Dr. Mark Evans from the Southwest Health Protection Unit said daffodils are toxic and severe vomiting and diarrhea can occur if eaten by mistake. Although very unpleasant, most people will recover fully without treatment. Well, of course they will. This is this is what happens in life. You do something stupid, bad things happen. You get diarrhea and sickness. You know, if you're a teenager and you think, oh, I'll eat that bunch of daffodils just to be, humorous in front of your mates, hopefully you'll get diarrhea and sickness in front of your mates, and it'll embarrass you and show you up so much you'll think, that's stupid, I've learned from that, I won't do that again. Hopefully, that's how you learn. St. Blaise Town Council confirmed it would no longer plant daffodils for health and safety reasons after recent play park inspection training. Oh my gosh, it just hurts. It's like one big all over toothache. I remember being a kid, true story, and you had slides that were like 50 feet high. Do you know what I mean? Me going back now to 10-year-old me, I would never let myself climb the slides that we used to have back in the good old days. Do you remember in the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s, slides were like really tall. Oh, and if you fell off, it was all right because you had concrete to land on. So, it was all good. I remember being a kid, and this is true, there was always one of us with an arm or a leg in plaster. Always one of us in plaster. Not me though, I never broke anything, but I was quite lucky like that. But this is what happens. Back in the good old days, you did stupid stuff, bad stuff happened, you learned, you moved on with your life. The play park inspections. I mean, what you want to make sure is there's no razor blades or sharp metal or concrete. Concrete doesn't really concrete doesn't really go well in a play park now. It's all bark and chippings and all that in it, and rubber mats and what have you. And it just goes on. And the final part of it is the ivy growing along the wall is poisonous. Eating the rubber from the play park climbing frame is poisonous. Where do you stop? Where indeed. The trouble is the world is just going mad. We really are living in such a strange, peculiar, odd time at the moment. And it's, I don't know, it's madness. It really is mad. How, I don't know, how these people work. Play park training. You're looking for sharp metal. You're looking for things that can hurt a child genuinely. Not, oh well, what if they eat the rubber mats? What if they? You're not going to do that, are you? You're going to say, will the rubber mats absorb some of the impact? Yes. Well, that's a pass then. Not, we better take them out just in case the kids start chomping them. That's ridiculous. That is really ridiculous. It's just the world going mad. It's all this health and safety. See, the thing is, health and safety is a good thing because it stops a certain amount of negligence, doesn't it? Let's be fair. You're not going to be asked to drive unsafe vehicles at work, and if you are, there's recourse for you to take action and stuff like that. You're not going to go, if you're one of these window cleaners that cleans tower block windows, you're not going to go out without the proper kit. You're going to have harnesses and you're going to have straps and webbing and all that gear. Chopping down daffodils and refusing to plant more because children might just eat them. They was eating them dishwasher pod things, weren't they? Or they Tide pods? Kids were eating detergent pods, weren't they, a couple of years back? We're going to stop selling dishwasher tabs now simply because some kids somewhere decided it'd be funny to see what they tasted like. And the world is just going mad. Where does it end? What if? What if my auntie grew a beard? I'd have another uncle, wouldn't I? Well, on that note, thank you for joining me. Take it easy. Watch out for them daffodils. Bye for now.